Welcome to GhanaVeg Food Diaries. My name is Selassie. The aim of this show is to encourage healthy eating and to promote local vegetable produce. We're going to be doing this through having insightful conversations, followed by me preparing a simple recipe which you can do right at home. On today's show, we're going to be talking about eating right. Don't go anywhere. Today, we're going to be discussing eating right. That basically means knowing the types of food that you consume to ensure that you're living a healthy lifestyle. I'm joined in the studio today by nutritionist Albert Gatto and what some would call a vegetable fanatic. We have Obed Harrison. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So, you love vegetables. Have you always loved vegetables?
Well, yeah, but then I really intensified it when I got to know what it would do for me.
What did you read that really made you change the way you were eating?
I came across this quote once that said that if the doctors of today do not become the nutritionists of tomorrow, then the nutritionists of today will become the doctors of tomorrow. Meaning that if the nutritionists are doing their good job and we understand what nutrition is doing for us, we might not have to go to hospital.
Okay.
So our food could be our medicine then.
Food is our medicine.
Yeah.
So what did you do when you changed the way you ate? What was that change?
Okay, so I started by adding more vegetables to my diet, yeah, knowing that it's going to prolong my life even more. So then I cut down on some of the carbohydrates, that's my rice, and then my meats, and then I added more of the vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this type of lifestyle, do you see it a lot in Ghana?
It's not really common in
No.
Ghana. Yeah, in Ghana is a place where we pay much attention to the staples like the rice, like the fufu, the banku. We don't actually pay much attention to the meat. We don't pay much attention to the vegetables that should be, or let me say, they are necessarily good parts of a healthy meal.
What type of benefits would someone see once they start eating more vegetables?
Okay, it's not a one-time thing that you eat vegetables
Today.
now and today and you expect to see like results. It's a gradual process. So, for example, let me use scurvy as an example. Scurvy is, let me say, bleeding of the gum. Okay, so when you start having scurvy, the issue is when you take in vitamin C or you take in fruits that contain much vitamin C, you don't see the results like in just a day or in just a second. It takes a while before everything goes. So it's the same for vegetables. It has to take a time to see the benefits. And I would say some of the benefits is you end up having a radiant skin because it contains nutrients that actually make your skin look nice. You wouldn't be suffering from certain things like stress. Even if you are stressed out, there are some nutrients that can actually help you with it.
So are there any vegetables that are maybe more nutritious or have a higher concentration of nutritional value than others?
Yeah, there are actually some vegetables that contain a whole wide range of nutrients. But then in nutrition, we have something we call variety. One vegetable cannot give you everything that you need or everything your body needs. So what you do is you mix them. So you can either go the rainbow way, where you pick a green vegetable, you pick a yellow, orange, and all that to mix it so that you can actually get all the necessary nutrients your body needs.
It's a great way to teach children how to eat and just eat the rainbow, eat all the colors that you can see. Are there some nutrients because of our diet that are missing? Because I know that in a lot of our food we have tomato, we have onion. Cabbage is there time to time. Are there any nutrients that you think are probably missing in our diet?
Yeah, I think so. For example, iron. Iron is much missing in our diets because of the way we eat. Yeah, and it's actually found in mostly in animal source food, but then plant source foods also actually provide iron to the human body. But because of our eating habits and everything, we tend to lack iron, and it's an important issue when it comes to international health because it's not only restricted to an area. You don't find it in only a particular part of the world, but then it's spread across, even in Europe and all that. People are suffering from iron deficiency.
Yeah. We talked about some of the tomatoes and the onions, but I know we also have a lot of garden egg, we have contombre and other green leafy vegetables. Could we talk about cooking methods? How should we be cooking our vegetables?
Okay, vegetables are much nutritious when they are eaten raw. Okay. Or let me say they are lightly steamed. When I say lightly steamed, I mean blanching. You don't expose it to heat. This is actually because most of the nutrients are heat labile. As in when they actually come in contact with heat, they tend to, their chemical nature tend to denature, and the role they are supposed to play in that is not what you end up having in your system.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. We asked some people on the street what they felt about this subject. We specifically asked them what kind of vegetables and how often do they consume vegetables. Let's have a look.
I don't normally consume vegetables. Only eat vegetables when I take salads, and then sometimes vegetable stew. But this is not often, you know. Yeah.
Oh, virtually every day. I take vegetables every day. I'm particular about my skin and like healthy living, so I'll probably take vegetables every day to boost my system, like probably get me stronger.
Oh, as for vegetables, I always take it. And normally, I like using it for stew and then maybe for salad, yeah, with bread. Or maybe eating it raw.
Vegetables, at times, you can feel flour. At times, you can feel salad. At times, you feel no song for if fine. In flour, watching me, you can feel about for he. Be cabbage, equally carrots, match like equally awatele, niji watermelon. In feel fine, you can get in your papaya foot warming, you raw.
I consume vegetables most of the time, like every day of my life. Carrots, cabbage, lettuce, like green pepper, onions and stuff.
Okay, I take vegetables a lot, at least 5 times in a week or 6 times in a week.
Okay, me say no me ni mramidi vegetables. They be amidi because me koto emosi na be aduane si me pe salad. Na ye twitwa na me didi because me pe vegetables pa.
Interesting to hear what some of you had to say. A lot of people talked about stew and that being their source of vegetables. How do you feel about that?
Just as I said earlier, it's most nutritious or much nutritious when you take it raw, okay, or you lightly steam. And then if we see the way the Ghanaians prepare their stew, yeah, you realize that it goes through a lot of heating. And this heating is something that actually ends up denaturing some of the food chemicals, or let me say the nutrients. Okay. So for example, vitamin C is very heat labile, and vitamin C can be found in tomatoes. So okay, imagining using tomatoes for your stew, do you think you are going to get vitamin C at the end of your meal? So I think Ghanaians, we should actually change the way we think, and as we are preparing our food, we should also look at adding some not cooked or lightly steamed vegetables to our diet.
A lot of people, I think, I see a lot of people with salad, and a lot of it is cabbage and lots of salad cream. And that's raw, right? So, I mean, it's a raw vegetable.
Yeah.
How should people be taking their salads, and what kind of vegetables would you like to see in those salads?
Okay, just as you said, salad. So we are expecting a cabbage in there. We are expecting lettuce. We are also expecting tomatoes, slices of tomatoes. We are expecting onions, and we can actually go ahead and even add other things like carrots. We can add broccoli. We can add a whole range of vegetables. So I think we should look at that and reduce the amount of salad cream, even though it makes it sumptuous, but we should reduce the amount of salad cream.
Obed, how easy do you find it to eat out? I'm sure at home you know how to manage and prepare the food for yourself, but when you go out to eat, or maybe you go to friend or family's homes, do you get the vegetables that you want?
Well, to that I think it's quite difficult eating out, because one, you're thinking about how they wash the vegetables. Okay. If I am eating it or cooking it at home, I probably would wash it twice with vinegar, knowing where I'm getting it from. Yeah. But you go out there, you don't know where the one cooking got it from and how they treated it, so you get quite worried because you don't want to eat it and then have problems with your tummy later. Yeah. So it's quite difficult. But once you look around and you probably peep in the kitchen and see what's going on there, and you try the environment, you can actually eat it. And that's how I go by it.
So maybe some suggestions for people at home? What are ways in which you would like to see or suggest people to integrate vegetables into their diet?
I think they can start by introducing it slowly into their diet. They shouldn't think of a big change, because normally big changes are frustrating. So you start it slowly. So let me say you are taking your rice and your stew every day. You can go in by adding cabbage to your stew, or can go in by washing and slicing some tomatoes and everything beside your food. So you take it slowly. And I think the change would be made.
And any suggestions from you on how you made your change that could help others?
Okay. I think when we look at life in general and we want to be, well, strong, live long, and also have to be around to take care of our families, that's my motivation to eating. And especially being on campus where you get quite a lot of information, and as well on social media as to what you have to eat to help. That's what keeps me going.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. One of the things I've always heard is contombre needs to be boiled at least 2 times. Otherwise, it kind of leaves your throat a bit itchy or scratchy. Is this true?
Yeah, actually, it is true. But then the practice of boiling contombre over and over again, it's very bad.
What's the recommended procedure?
Okay, I think recommended procedure would be if you boil your contombre and you don't pour the solution, or let me say the fluid in which you boil the contombre away, but rather whatever you are using the contombre for, you add that liquid to it.
Okay, so you boil it less and then make sure you use that liquid in what you're preparing.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. All this talking about food is getting me hungry. As I promised, I'm going to be preparing a delicious meal for you. So I headed down to Elwyn Farms in search of sweet corn. Take a look. Corn is a staple in the Ghanaian diet. At home, we have akla, we've got kenke, we've got banku. On the roadside, you can find it being roasted or being boiled at any time. But there are different ways to integrate it into our diet. On my search to find fresh sweet corn, I'm actually here in the Central Region at Elwyn Farms, and where Ebenezer grows a particular type of sweet corn that he's going to tell us more about. Hi, Eben, how are you?
Hi, Selassie.
This farm is expansive.
It's a lot of work.
It's amazing. So how is the farm going?
It's going very well.
Yeah? So we were looking for some sweet corn for the recipe.
The sweet corn is on the other side.
Okay.
But then, the sweet corn is our favorite now.
Okay, so tell us a bit more about it, because I think most people are just used to hearing corn. So what's sweet corn about?
Well, sweet corn is more nutritious, and it's triple sweet. You can even take it fresh off the cob.
Right off the cob?
Yes.
Okay, so that will limit the need to put it through a long cooking process.
Boiling and roasting and all that, yes.
Okay. In my case, I'm here in the Central Region with you guys. If somebody else wants to replicate the recipe, where else can they find sweet corn?
Oh, sweet corn is available at Maxmart, Kuala, ShopRite. In almost all the supermarkets.
Okay, so everyone has access to it.
We're
so
actually working with GhanaVeg to promote the sweet corn so that it's available for everybody.
Okay, great. So there'll be more locations where people can find it.
Yes, it will be in the open market, Agbogloshi, wherever you go.
Okay, fantastic. So I guess if you can help me find the sweet corn for the recipe.
This way.
Great, thank you. I got some beautiful sweet corn at Elwyn Farms, and I hope I can prepare some for you. Obed?
I'd like to taste it.
Excellent. Albert, thank you for joining us today. It was a wonderful conversation. I learned a lot about nutrition. After the break, we're going to be preparing a beef chichinga salad. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Sheila Esibe-Yabua, the Deputy Program Leader of GhanaVeg. GhanaVeg is a program funded by the Royal Netherlands government, and we know that the Netherlands is one of the leading producers and exporters of vegetables worldwide, and this expertise is brought to bear in the GhanaVeg program. The program seeks to develop the commercial vegetable sector here in Ghana by making it strong and robust through the support of strong business-led initiatives. As such, we work with front-runner businesses empowering them through our stakeholder engagements. We have trade missions, we have business-to-business meetings, and also we have a matching grant facility where we support through funds. In addition, we enhance production through a strengthened capacity in agronomy, where a pool of agronomists are trained and certified to give hands-on, practical, and timely advisory services to challenges with production on the field. We would like to partner with you here at GhanaVeg if you're a producer, exporter, aggregator, processor, or you offer services in the vegetable sector, or you supply inputs, machinery, or equipment. You're welcome to join the GhanaVeg family. You can reach us online at www.ghanaveg.org. You can send us an email, info@ghanaveg.org. We are active on Twitter and on Facebook. You can also call the phone number on your screen. We want to encourage you to grow more vegetables, eat more vegetables, and stay healthy. And remember, GhanaVeg, healthy and quality vegetables from Ghana through new ways of doing business.
Welcome back. I'm in the kitchen with Obed, who loves vegetables. As promised, the recipe for the moment is going to be a chichinga beef salad. I'm going to go through the ingredients, and Obed will go ahead and wash his hands before we get started. We have salad that's been washed. I've used a vinegar and water solution, 2 cups water and ½ cup vinegar. Tomato, we've got onions, cucumber, sweet corn, which has been just lightly blanched. We've got green onion, ground nuts, avocado, and I've made a vinaigrette which is made out of groundnut paste. The ingredients are garlic, parsley, oil, vinegar, groundnut paste, and a little bit of brown sugar. If you don't like brown sugar, you can always replace it with honey or nothing if you don't want anything sweet. So I'm gonna wash my hands quickly. That's the salad already washed. If you could go ahead and maybe sort of add most of those vegetables, and then I'll come cut the tomato.
Okay.
So, you said you cook a lot at home?
Yeah, I do.
Any favorite dishes?
I love to cook jollof.
Jollof,
Quite
okay.
easy to cook.
Yes.
Because it's just rice and then your stew. So,
Okay. Okay, so what vegetables do you put in your stew?
Tomatoes, onions, and then I love cucumber.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. So this salad, I wanted to do something a bit balanced. I know when people are starting to eat healthier, they want something familiar, and then you want to add something healthy. So if you made it only vegetables, it would be hard for some people to eat.
That's right.
So what I did was I had the chichinga, which everybody loves.
Wow.
If you don't like beef, you can make it with chicken, you can make it with fish, or anything else you would like.
Okay.
What I did was I just took the beef, added some chichinga powder. I think everybody has their own favorite mix.
Okay.
Secret family recipe somewhere.
Okay.
So we did that, let it marinate for about 4 hours, and then grilled it.
Wow. That's great. How much of this do you usually add to yours?
I would add all of them because it's really nice sweet corn.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're just gonna finish cutting the tomato. We're gonna go ahead and add that. I've just taken the seeds out. If you don't want to waste, you can keep the seeds and use them in stew.
Wow.
Something else that you're doing. It adds a bit too much water for a salad, so that's why I'm removing it.
Okay.
So do your friends also eat a lot of vegetables?
Not
so much?
Yeah, not so much. Not so
I'm
much.
gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
add those. So when they come over to your house, do you convince them?
I do. I do convince them and I tell them, you know what, this is really going to help you.
Okay.
Especially cucumber for guys. It's a little secret. And that gets them to eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I ask what cucumber does or no?
It makes you strong, simply put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So a little bit of the ground nuts would be fantastic.
Okay.
Then, so for the dressing, we don't want to put too much. As we discussed, dressing is there for flavor, not to sort of cover and hide the vegetables.
That's right. That's right. Okay. She added some salt.
So let's see. Let me just go ahead and place these here.
You're going to use a third too?
Yeah, I'll do that at the end.
Okay.
So we can give this a toss. So do you eat a lot of salad?
I do.
Okay.
I do love salad.
Is it for lunch or dinner mostly?
I usually add it for my breakfast and my lunch because I do heavy breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a lot of vegetables at the bottom of this bowl, so I'm gonna take a spoon. Make sure I get them all on the plate.
Okay.
And do you like avocado?
Yeah, I love them. I usually use it as a spread for my bread.
Okay.
I'm taking breakfast, yeah.
Okay. So instead of something like margarine or butter?
I go for avocado.
Fantastic. I always have a hard time choosing avocado because you think you're getting a good one until you get home, and then when you open it up, that's when the problem starts. So let's cross our fingers and hope we get a good one.
Yes, sure.
So
it looks good anyway from, okay, looks great.
So let me use the other half, I think.
Sure.
So a little tip for avocado. I actually like to leave the avocado in the skin when I'm cutting it.
Okay.
So I just kind of cut the size I want and then use a spoon to dig it out. So for this one, actually I'm gonna do it into cubes. I think that'll be nice. So we'll do a cross hatch and then see what we get.
It looks beautiful
Yeah.
anyway.
Thank
Not done
you.
yet, but it looks really beautiful.
And then of course, you know, the chicken or beef or whichever type of chichinga you want is also there. Again, I think it's good to think about protein as sort of an accessory.
That's right.
On your vegetables, not necessarily the main thing.
Yeah.
So that's almost done.
Would you like me to help you with that?
Yes, I'm gonna just change the cutting board
Okay.
so that we have a nice clean one that's good for meat. We don't want cross-contamination.
Okay, let me help you.
Thank you. There's this one that we can take.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're going to add some more sauce or something?
Let's taste the vinaigrette and see how we do.
Okay.
Would you like to do the honors?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay?
good, yeah.
Do you still think it needs a little bit more salt, or it's okay?
I think it's okay.
Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. So for the, I'm just gonna slice it a little bit. So as you're eating your salad, you get little bits of meat everywhere rather than in one big chunk.
Great.
So where do you usually buy your vegetables?
I'm on campus, and usually we have a vegetable shop
Okay.
close by that I get my stuff from.
Okay. All right.
You do this a lot?
Yeah, actually.
Because I can see you're quite good at it.
I
really
love
good at it.
cooking and I love salads.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Almost finished. We're just gonna add a little bit of the vinaigrette, and then we'll see what you think. So. So there we go. I'm just gonna do a little pinch of salt.
I can't wait to
Actually,
try
this is
it.
pepper, black pepper.
Wow.
So I'm gonna put your fork and knife for you here
Okay.
and offer you that plate.
I just can't wait to try it. I
Do
just
the
can't
honors?
wait to try it, sure.
What do you think?
Hold on.
So
It's lovely.
thank you. Actually, we did it together, so we have to both take credit. So while Obed finishes his salad, make sure you check out the GhanaVeg website and Facebook page for details about this recipe and tips about healthy eating. So make sure you stay tuned for next week. More information, more insightful conversations and recipes. Bye-bye for now.